Today we're just gonna do some questions about Pinterest and Snapchat and how they keep up with digital titans like Meta and even Twitter. The first question, what are some opportunities you see for Pinterest and Snapchat to gain more market share in digital advertising? And then what unique advantages can they leverage compared to platforms like Meta and Twitter?
Yeah, so that's a very loaded question, but Snapchat, I think, still has a long way to go with their advertising in general. But they do have some promising features for like e-commerce. But Snapchat, what it does have going for itself is like how similar it is to like Instagram. The look and feel overall is just the same, very similar when it comes to you can look at like different videos that have like the products popping up and you can click over to the website, things like that. However, what it does have over things like Instagram is that they have better insights overall because when you look on like the Instagram app and trying to see the insights for previous data, it's so hard to pull anything past like a 30-day margin. So the Snapchat definitely does that a little bit better. Um, Definitely has that advantage there. And Pinterest, similar boat. It's a great opportunity for like e-commerce content and like advertising with that. But Pinterest does have a slight edge over some other platforms like Meta and Twitter because of the visualization aspect of it. Aesthetically, the feed is pleasing to the eye, and for a lot of consumers, it's a really great way to find new products and a great way to really just share pins and things like that with other like-minded pinners. Um, but because of that, it also has this really great connectivity to the Shopify catalog that is very seamless versus like what Meta has when it comes to connecting to Shopify. So that's some advantages for at least the Pinterest side versus Meta.
So based on your experience, what are some of the key challenges Pinterest and Snapchat face in growing their ad revenue streams?
Um, I mean, even though I said that they're great for e-commerce, there's still that's kind of where it begins and ends. Pinterest, for example, they only just started running things like lead gen ads where a user could fill out forms on the platform itself instead of sending someone to a landing page. We were actually fortunate to be part of that beta program when that came out. So there were some pros and cons with that. Like it was nice to have leads and downloadable, like to be able to download those leads right away. But the forms, whenever you needed to create a new ad and you wanted to use the same form, you couldn't. You had to create a whole new form, which was very time consuming and a little annoying, especially since on other platforms you can just utilize the same form. Um, and then like a lot of Pinterest and Snapchat, the changes that I think that just need to be implemented is definitely just the back end user based. Um, it could definitely help expand some of their capabilities, like adding that lead gen and traffic focused stuff, but those limitations are very it makes it feel like these other platforms already have it and they're just kind of playing catch up, if that makes sense.
Do you believe that platforms like Pinterest and Snapchat can eventually compete at scale with the Facebooks and Googles of digital advertising?
Um, Probably not. I don't think that Snapchat mostly probably not is the platform itself is still heavily influenced with younger audience bases. So, I think the stats as of today was like 90% still 13 to 24-year-olds with that heavy focus on Gen Z. So that spending power, while they have that spending power, it's still a very weird niche to get into. So not a lot of products are going to fit into that category. But Pinterest, it still has a long way to go for what's to compete with titans like Facebooks and Googles and things like that. Because it is still very limited in what it can do. Pinterest again is great for e-commerce and it's a very visual platform, but it still lacks many of the capabilities that other platforms and their ad managers can do as a whole. So sometimes it can be a struggle. You can't really edit ads easy on Pinterest, and that's just and like they only just added like in their beta too, like being able to click from the ad into the website directly. It used to be you had to click the ad, then go to the pin, then the website. So it still has a long way to go, especially if that's still something that they're trying to implement. Um, so if it ever wants to compete at that scale, it needs to already be doing the things that, Meta and Google have been doing for years at this point.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of our clients are interested in Pinterest lately too. So it should be a great value to them. So thank you for all this insight.
Yeah, you got it.